On Friday, Senator Michael Bennet discussed the Inflation Reduction Act in Colorado. The senator praised the bill for capping the price of prescription drugs and lowering healthcare costs. He recounted in 2010 being asked on CNN whether he would still vote for Obamacare even if it meant losing his race, to which he said yes. In the end, Bennet won his race by a narrow margin, and Democrats held the Senate majority. Bennet emphasized the high stakes in elections when it comes to protecting access to affordable health care. The senior senator from Colorado is up for re-election this November, but is leading by a wide margin according to the latest polling numbers.
Thank you, Bennet, for that. I really appreciate it, and thank you all for being here today to share your stories and to make sure Colorado's voices are heard. You know, in 2010, I was asked on national television whether I would vote for the Affordable Care Act if it meant that I would lose my race. And I said yes on CNN. And in the end, we didn't lose in Colorado. We barely won. We won here. We won in Nevada and in Washington State. Because of that, we held on to the Senate majority. And because of that, 35 million people who would have lost their health insurance didn't lose their health insurance. And that's what's at stake in these elections. That's what's at stake today. The Inflation Reduction Act that we just passed is essential. I meet seniors all the time who are spending their retirement just trying to figure out how to fill their prescriptions that a doctor has prescribed for them, how to go from pharmacy to pharmacy to pharmacy to find the best deal. Or somebody I met in Pueblo, a senior, who had 3 prescribed inhalers, and she could only afford 1 at a time, which of course defeats the entire purpose. There is no other industrialized country in the world, except the United States, where seniors have to cut up their drugs to make them last longer so they can afford food and so they can afford rent. And that's where we are today as a country, but fortunately we finally have made progress. The Congress overcame the pharmaceutical industry, and when I say the Congress, it was the Democrats in the Congress, overcame the pharmaceutical industry to cap drug prices for seniors at $2,000, to require, for the first time in decades, Medicare to negotiate drug prices on behalf of the American people. When I meet Coloradans all the time who say, isn't that already the law? Because it's so common sense. But it's not the law, because pharma has made it impossible for us to have that kind of negotiation. Now we will have that negotiation. We're going to drive drug prices down for the American people as a result of that. We capped the cost of insulin at $35 a month for seniors. We tried to do it for everybody. We tried to do it for everybody, and the Republicans who didn't vote for this bill stripped it out of the bill and denied people in America that need insulin the benefit of that cap. That's another reason that we need to have a Democratic majority, is to be able to put that cap in for insulin for everybody. And so this is a big step forward of where the country was, but we're not done yet. And I want to go back in part because I want to pass my bill with Tim Kaine, the Medicare X Act, that would create a true public option in America and give everyone in the country the chance to decide whether they want a plan administered by Medicare or a plan or stay on their private insurance. So there is more for us to do. I am very glad to be here today, though, to celebrate this accomplishment and to introduce my friend who's been a leader both on health care and on education, and on behalf of working people in the state of Colorado, State Senator Julie Gonzalez. Thank you for being here.